Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Hockey Shooter VR. Now, I'm a huge hockey fan, so I'm excited to play this game, but do keep in mind that this game is very early access and the developers are looking for feedback and for people to play it and suggest awesome things to this game. So, first and foremost, let's check out our locker room here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Love how all the little booths have your jersey and your helmet and skates and all that stuff all right there. Just like a real locker room would be. Like I said, I'm a huge hockey fan. I played hockey pretty much all my life on travel teams, all kinds of stuff. And it definitely gives you a great feel of what a locker room would be like. Pretty neat. I like that a lot. Some of the settings here, we have the puck trail, sticky hands, a metric system, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, and snap or smooth turning. These are the controls right here. There's not a whole lot going on. This game is very, very simple and pretty much, easy to play. Now, when I say easy to play, it's not easy to play at all. There's a lot of things that are going to be really hard in the game of hockey to translate over to VR, and it's just going to be real difficult to do that for any developer, and we'll take a look at some of the things that challenges VR developers for making a true hockey game. So this is the customization room, which is pretty cool. You can go ahead and select your jersey, and then kind of check out what kind of colors you want, so that's always really neat. You can do the same thing with the helmets and the gloves, and basically it just kind of matches what your jersey is. That's very, very interesting. You can also do the same thing with your hockey stick, variety of colors, which is always cool. And you can do the same thing for the puck. Pucks are always usually black, but if it's easier for you to see, you can totally change that as well. Definitely cool. I like that a lot. So moving on over here, we have the environment. Obviously, we're playing hockey, so we're going to be in the ice rink. But it looks like they may expand into multi-sports eventually. And we also got just like this nature area. But that's coming soon. We'll see how that's all about. Some of the games the developers have also made are toe-to-toe and Build and Drive Racing. Both really cool and fun games. So hopefully, they'll use some of those skills to actually put into this game and make it a little more flushed out. As you play the game, you have some reward info that you can get. Basically, that earns you some coins and things like that for you once you complete the challenges. And you'll hear a big old sound once you complete it. There you go. Kind of sounds like a cell phone ring. But you play for 15 minutes, hit 16 targets, 2 consecutive goals, scoring 6 goals out of 10 in obstacle practice, and blocking at least 33 shots as a goalie. So yes, you do get to play as a goalie, which is one of the more fun parts of this game. But you select the environment, you got free play. In this game, you could freely practice and skate around. Then you have target practice, where you're basically hitting targets that pop up. Long range practice. You have to score 4 goals, but it's a distance between you and the goalpost, which is kind of cool. And then you have obstacle practice. It's an endless game mode where you have to shoot the puck over barriers, which is really neat. And that's kind of what doesn't translate to VR. Being able to get your stick lift and the snap of the wrist for it to kind of like go up in the air. I'm a hockey player. I know how to take wrist shots, slap shots, snap shots, all that stuff. And it just does not translate to VR very well. A lot of the time the puck stays on the ground. It's definitely kind of crucial. But the best mode, I think, is playing goalie. It's really, really fun. So we'll kind of take a look at some of the game modes here. But once you're ready, you can just go ahead and enter the arena. Got the sound effect of you opening up the door. So there you go. Now you're in your arena. I think it looks really good for VR here. Really, really neat. You can go ahead and skate around the arena, which is cool. I like that a whole lot. The speed is actually pretty quick. And if you're not used to your VR legs being underneath you, you can most definitely get sick real quick. What I like about this is you can slam on the brakes there for stopping, and it's really cool. You can go ahead and go around the cones, which is really neat. Whoa, gotta go back this way. Coach at hockey practice, you always do a 360 around all cones before you move on to the next one. Probably I should have gave you all a warning here before I started doing this, but you know, that's kind of it right there for you for the skating mode. There's not a whole lot going on. One sound effect that I love that we have here is you can most definitely hit the crossbar or posts and it makes a famous sound, which is really cool. You got the big teleprompter up here of you skating around. That's really cool. Woo! I like that. Pretty neat. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the free mode there. Once you get down here to the circles at the hash marks, you can start having pucks kind of shot at you. It's a little difficult to receive the pucks, and this is what doesn't translate the VR very well. It's just really tough in order to catch and receive pucks, even take shots, and you can kind of see. I mean, even skating with the puck is a little bit difficult. It just does not translate to VR like at all. It's so hard and difficult. It's not even funny. But that's just, it's something a developer is going to have to try to figure out in order to really get there. What's up, crowd? How you doing? So there is that. It's just very awkward feeling, and you just can't. It's really hard to translate that in VR. I don't know how a developer can do that. It'd have to be based off of physics in some way, shape, or form. But nonetheless, we do have a little hockey game here, and you can totally play it and skate around. The best mechanic is really the skating. It's really neat. But let's go back to the locker room, and we'll try some of the other game modes here. The one I like a whole lot is definitely playing goalie. That is really fun. Get you playing goalie. You do have to drop down and squat. If you've never played goalie before, you know it's really hard. You definitely got to be able to do that. Oh, they caught me. You even have your glove hands and things like that. Oh, I really like that a lot. Paddle down. No, sir. No soup for you. No soup. Ah. Oh, no, it got through me. Boom. Yeah, and it does allow you to play the angle and things like that, which is cool. Definitely like that a whole lot. Super neat. Interesting as well. Oh, no, they got me. Definitely have to drop down to your knees and save and things like that. It's crazy. It's pretty hard, too. Trying to get that 33 saves. As you can see, even with the igloo, you know, shooting out pucks, they're not even shooting them out high or anything, which is crazy. There you go. There's some high ones. Got 3 more. There we go. So we mastered that challenge there, which is cool. There you go. There's some high ones. Ha. Very nice. So as you can see, playing goalie is pretty wild and fun. Definitely would take the breath out of you. No doubt about it. All right. Go back to the locker room. 80%. Can't beat that. That's a good save percentage there. Woo. Let me catch my breath. Good Lord. Woo. It's been a while since I've done that. I was always a right wing. I never played goalie. I envy you, though, because it does take a whole lot of endurance to play goalie. But there is other game modes here which are really cool, but it really involves you moving your stick around, and it just does not work well. See, we'll do the target practice here, and you'll see what I mean. So, in hockey, you kind of snap your wrist, and it lifts the puck. And it does it, but it's not really how you would think it would be compared to the real world. It's very almost off, I guess you could say. We can put the puck in the net, but it's kind of, it feels awkward. It does not translate whatsoever. It just kind of crazy, because you really just cannot get that lift unless you're doing something like this, which, you know, it doesn't even, I'm trying to flip my wrist, and it just does not translate over. But, you know, something like that, you're gonna have to work on. I don't know what you'd have to do. It'd have to be something physics-based to really get that. That's kind of the target practice mode. That's really all it is. Just shooting pucks like you're in the All-Star game, trying to go for accuracy. As you can see, I'm shooting them into the crowd one-handed. So, it's definitely rough. Definitely rough. No doubt about it. The other game mode here, we have the long-range practice, which you're trying to shoot goals from long range. We'll see how that goes here. This should be interesting. This is a little bit easier to play, but not really. It's just you're not really getting that accuracy like you would in the real world. It really is interesting. In the real world, I'd be able to nail this all the way down ice. It's crazy. It's just very difficult to do it in VR for some reason, and it's just very hard to translate over. That's all I can say. It does not feel like, you know, it's translating over. That's just all there is. I like the puck cam though. That's really neat. I wanna take a look at that. That's really cool. You can see the puck just flying down ice. We'll take a look at the last game mode there, just so we can see that, and you can see exactly what's going on with it. The obstacle practice. Basically, you're shooting things over obstacles in order to, you know, score goals and things like that. But it's kind of, I like this because you can kind of bank things off the wall and see if you score. That should be going in. Ah, very close. I know how to shoot a puck, man. It's very off. It is just not what you think it would be, and it's rough. It's very rough, and it's only because it just does not translate over. I'm not sure how that can even be done. But you can see this is the obstacle course. It'd be really cool if you could get that figured out, how to bounce things over them like you should, and more in a realistic manner. Alright, so you guys kind of get the gist of it. Those are the game modes. Skating around is super fun. I love skating around. It's very interesting. Playing goalie is awesome. I'd like to see the pucks get shot higher, though, for the goalie, so you can use your glove and blocker. That'd be really nice. But we've got to figure out somehow, when you're skating, for the puck to be, you know, with you the whole time. It would be really cool if when you go to push the puck, like, it magnetizes to the blade. If you can create a mechanic to that, and if you kind of made it so where if, like, you hold down your trigger of your dominant hand, the puck kind of, like, stays with you as you're skating, that'd be really cool. I think that would be a great way to keep the puck on your stick while skating. But it would be really fun. But once again, like I said, it's just there's got to be some kind of mechanic or physics built into a hockey game for VR where you're able to translate that real life wrist popping and, you know, you flicker your wrist basically Look at the wrist. Yeah, I had to. But you know what I mean. That does not translate into VR when you're trying to scoop the puck into the air, or things like that. It just does not translate at all, and it's going to be very difficult to do. So if you could figure that out, you've made yourself a VR hockey game, and I would love to see 5-on-5 hockey games, people playing goalie, almost like an NHL from EA, but like in VR. And if you could translate that accuracy into VR, you'd have such an amazing game. Such an amazing game. I think you definitely can already incorporate the magnetism to the end of the blade there by holding a trigger. That would probably be simple for you guys to do. So yeah, overall, the game is great. It looks great. It gives you the feel. The sense of scale is right on. All of that is perfect. Playing goalie is really fun. It's just... We got to translate all that somehow, and until someone figures out how to do it, hockey in VR is going to be very difficult to do, and that's just from anybody's standpoint. But try this game out. It's definitely fun. Even if you're just skating around, you could kind of see what it feels like to be a hockey player with all that speed and momentum. Super cool. I like it for what the game is right now. Hopefully we'll see updates to this. Hopefully things will get better as technology progresses. As always, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Try to shoot that puck at the notification bell. Receive all the updates here. And we will see you on the next video.